All right. Let's try for a third time, right? All right. Let's try it for a third time. I haven't done it. I mean, other than the vertical and horizontal, I understand why maybe that didn't work. Like, it was my first time trying that. But no reason why the horizontal stream shouldn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, the horizontal stream should be failing. So I apologize for that. Um, but we will be getting back into hockey talk, as well as NHL 06 later. But we still will touch on right now some hockey talk. So let's get back. Yo, Luca, what's going on? What's up? What's up? Let me type in some tags for the video for the stream. Luca, how you doing? Glad I could join. Yeah, you're off today. Good. Very nice. Nice to have an off day. It's very nice to have an off day. It's very nice to have an off day. Luca, who's your favorite in the NHL right now? Who's your favorite in the NHL? Who's winning the Stanley Cup? Blue Boy. Who's winning the cup, Blue Boy? Who's winning the Stanley Cup? You got the Avalanche? All right. I like that. I like that. You got the Rangers? I love that as well. Avalanche look amazing. The Avalanche look amazing. Okay. All right. Hopefully, I think the stream's good now. I think we're good. No jinx. I hope we're good. I think we're good. I'm going to go into this part of the chat now, and we're just going to talk. All right. So now, can we see? Okay. I want to absolutely change the color of your guys' chat on the screen. Absolutely going to want to change that. I want the Rangers, but they always... I know. It's like you say the New York Rangers, and it's like they haven't won a cup for 30 years, even though this has probably been the best they've looked in those 30 years. Maybe 14, 15, exception to 14 and 15. And it's just like, can they... I think we're good now, but like, I don't know what's going on. Why is it doing this? So frustrating. I apologize. Alright. Damn. Hope it stays. I hope it stays. But yeah, should be a very fun next couple weeks. Next couple weeks for the playoffs. Until the playoffs. Should be great. Should be great hockey. The NHL did a really good job of just like structuring the schedule really well for the next couple of weeks, just so we can see a couple things. Yeah. You know, going into the playoffs is pretty cool. It's very cool. I apologize for those beeps. Dan, what's going on? It's been a minute since the President's Trophy winner won the cup. So it can't be that. No, I don't think it's that big of an advantage. You're right. I think it's just like a coincidence that, like, do you think the best team in the NHL those years were really the best teams in the NHL? Because then if you look at the Stanley Cup winner, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, you know, usually like the year that Colorado won the Stanley Cup, I'm pretty sure they didn't win the President's Trophy, but they were absolutely looked at as the best team in hockey that year. Or one of. You know what I'm saying? It's like you always have a handful of best teams in hockey. One of them's going to win the President's Trophy, and one of them's going to win the Stanley Cup. You know, look at the Boston Bruins. They were the best team in hockey all year long, and all it took was one round. So I don't know. I just think more of it is like a psychological thing. Yeah, kind of. But it should be a thing that you want to go and strive for, I think. It should absolutely be something you want to strive for. I think the penalty kill and the second unit on the power play takes us to the cup. What do you think? I think our penalty kill has gotten really sharp over the last couple weeks. The addition of Wenberg is really good. Goudreau's penalty kill has been really good. Yeah, the Rangers penalty kill has been very strong. Okay, can I somehow get this over here? Okay, it's somehow not letting me edit the chat. I don't know. I haven't streamed in a while, and this is like, it's giving me that like you haven't streamed in a while vibes, which is I'm very sad about. Yeah, no, yeah, no, the penalty kill's been really good. Penalty kill's been really good. Luca, you do not believe in the President's Trophy curse? Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I just think it's just a coincidence that like the teams who were really good. Like I said, you know, I made my statement about that. Trying to see if I can edit the chat box. This is frustrating. I'm gonna hop into NHL 06 soon because I can't stream the way I freaking want. So I'm just gonna play some games and you guys will watch with me. And you guys will play with will watch with me, and it'll be fun. It'll be really fun. It'll be really fun. Only 18 what? 18 what? I would rather play the Flyers than the Lightning. Oh hell yeah! Round 1, I absolutely rather play the Flyers. I absolutely rather play the Flyers. And the Rangers will play the Flyers tomorrow night, so we'll see. You don't mind going second in the Metro? I don't think that's going to happen. I really do think the Rangers hold on and win the Metropolitan Division. I'm hoping that that's the case at least. I think they should. Right now it would be Rangers versus the Capitals. Yeah, with the second wildcard team being the Capitals and the top team in the East being the Rangers. Yeah, right now it would be Rangers Caps, which is right exactly my point. And, you know, if they don't win the President's Trophy, try to win the Eastern Conference. You know, if you beat Florida out, you don't play Tampa round 1 because Tampa's taking wildcard 1. There's no doubt in my mind Tampa Bay takes the first wildcard spot. Nikita Kucherov will will them into that wildcard spot. I'm trying to see, are they how far are they underneath Toronto? I don't think they're close to a divisional spot. But if they were, I would even, you know, think that's possible because of the way Kucherov can just will his team to a playoff spot. Let's see, 85 points for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Toronto Maple Leafs have 89. So, honestly, you never know. They're 4 points behind the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maybe the Maple Leafs drop into a wild card spot. But I don't see that happening either. That's just a lot of hypotheticals. That's just a lot of hypotheticals. But right now, yeah, it would be Rangers Caps. Go out and win the Eastern Conference at least. At least win the Eastern Conference. That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. That would be great. Okay. Let me see. All right, the description looks good. Okay. We got some tags in. Nice, nice. All right. We're gonna hop over to NHL 06 in a little bit. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get to that actually. But I still want to see. I just want to see. Make sure I touch on anything NHL newsworthy that I want to talk about. I think we beat the Caps, but I don't know how much of a hard time they would give us. I think the Rangers, when they click on all cylinders, can beat a lot of teams in the NHL pretty easily, and I'm hoping the Caps would be one of them. I hope they don't make me eat my words on that. But I do think when the Rangers click on all cylinders, they're definitely one of the best teams in the NHL. I see them beating the Caps if that's the case, if they play them. You know, even if they play Detroit, I see the same thing. You know, I see like the top team, you know, whoever is that second wildcard spot, whether they play the Rangers, Panthers, or Bruins, and whoever's that second wildcard team, it's going to be very tough for that second wildcard team in the East to overcome. It should make for great hockey, though, whoever the series is. Wildcard 2 and first team in the East. It should be a great series. I just don't know how much of a chance those teams that either make the wildcard have a chance against the top team in the East. Mika, nice. Hey, nice. Thank you for supporting the stream. I appreciate you. Do I think Gus plays tomorrow? We'll see. He didn't practice today due to I believe it was like a maintenance day. They said. So we'll see. Maybe it's his time to get a day off if Lindgren's good to go, or maybe if they want to see Brandon Scanlon in for a game, why not let it fly? Hey, I appreciate that, Mika Prods. Thank you. I hope you have a good time at the game tomorrow. I really do. It should be a blast. I was at Rangers Caps for my birthday on January 14th. Very cool, Blue Boy. I was at Rangers and Devils on my birthday on March 11th. It was very fun. It was very fun. Okay. So we got all of that talking about. Yeah, got my favorites up there. All right, we streamed for about 10 minutes on. I really apologize for the other stream, by the way. I really do. It sucked. It sucked. I was trying to do the vertical stream because I saw that you were able to do a vertical stream and a horizontal stream at the same time, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna jump all over that. And I'm trying, but it's okay. I got it next time, maybe, but soon. Going to this one is a late birthday gift. Very cool. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. It was the 21st. See, March birthdays are great, eh? Your birthday's April 15th. Very cool. That's the day the Rangers play their last regular season game. It is against Ottawa, I believe, right? Or maybe not Ottawa. I don't know. My schedule's over there. But yeah, we're going to play NHL 06 soon, and I can't wait. I'm going to probably start that in about 10-15 minutes, so it should be good. Sorry about the camera there. Hockey Stud, my favorite Ranger. Right now, my favorite Ranger. I'm sorry, Cry Dizzle, but I think Artemi Panarin is surpass Chris Kreider as my favorite Ranger, honestly. And that has nothing to do on Chris Kreider. Like, no bash on Kreider Dizzle. Obviously, I love the guy, right? My favorite Ranger. But Panarin this year has absolutely maybe surpassed him. He's just been playing that well. You might make a sign for Mika. Nice, man. I hope you get something from Mika. I really do. I really hope you get something from Mika. Your boy Brady. Your boy Brady. I love Brad. I love Brad. Brad is special, man. He's a special New York Ranger that we should not be taken for granted at all. We should not be taking him for granted. He's very talented, Dan. He is by far one of the most talented New York Rangers we've ever seen. By far. By far. And he's making that a point this year. He's making that a point this year. Easily one of the most talented Rangers of all time. Easily. Yeah, can you imagine this team? Yeah, with Filipino? Yeah, absolutely I can. I can absolutely imagine it with Filipino. Mika and Kreider have to be better 5-on-5. David, I do think ever since the acquisition of Jack Roslovic, they have been better. I do of course want to see some more goals, but I think that'll come. I do truly believe that'll come. I'm hoping it'll come. Mika, yeah, rather go first. Rather go first in the whole league. Seriously, I think this team has what it takes to go the distance, so having home ice advantage in all 4 rounds can be very beneficial. So I do think trying to go for first in the East at least is important, because you then play Detroit or Washington. Tampa Bay's winning that first spot, so at least become the first team in the East. That's really my true thing. You have Bread's 3rd jersey. That's sick, Blue Boy. That's a nice jersey. Fox or Makar? Makar's up there. Makar's like it's his own tier, and then it's everyone else. But I do think Fox is number 2. Like, Fox is definitely number 2 in that second tier. Because Fox is, Makar is his own, honestly, man. Cale Makar is his own tier. And then it's Quinn Hughes, Roman Josi, Adam Fox, Victor Hedman, whoever you want. Seriously, I do think they're all in their own tier, number 2. And Foxy's high 2. Especially after what he's doing this year. Look at his points per game. Okay. Do I remember who wore 10 before him? Before Panarin, I mean, was there a Ranger before 10? Yeah, wow. Ranger before Panarin, obviously a 10. But I was trying to think if there's any obvious ones. Obviously, you got the Gabrick. But was there one after him? The last 2 to wear 10? I mean, it might have been Gabrick. Nigel Dawes wore 10. Trying to think of another guy who might have wore 10. I can't think of another guy. JT Miller, yeah, JT Miller. He also wore 12, though. He also wore 12 at one point. Pretty sure when he first came in the league, he wore 12. Do I think they re-signed Roslovic and Wenberg? I don't know. I wanted them to re-sign Kopp at the end of his stint, and they didn't. Then they got Trocheck, so I think they should maybe look at the open market like they did 2 years ago, and got the upgrade, obviously the better player, and see if there maybe is the best option available. We'll see how the playoffs goes. We'll see how the next week and a half goes, 2 weeks. Listen, man, the next 2 weeks are going to be great hockey around the league. Let's see what's going on tonight in the NHL. Let's go right to the scoreboard. It's only 2 games in the West. Only 2 games tonight, and they're both, like I said, in the West. So, okay. You got, honestly, some good games. Honestly. Not too bad. Let's bring this up. But, yeah. Should be some good hockey tonight and the next couple weeks, obviously. Okay. So, you got the Golden Knights and the Blues. Both teams trying to vie for a wild card standing, right? Or at least in Vegas's eyes, a Pacific Division spot. Because that's obviously still achievable for them. It's so strange. I'm going to show you guys the Western Conference standings, actually. Because the whole... Let me bring it up on ESPN. It's a little more easier to see. Because the whole structure, and especially with the divisional playoff standings, is so important to look at. But tonight is the Blues and Golden Knights and the Kings and the Canucks. And then I'll get into the Western Conference standings in a second. Let me just get to the chat. I think they should bring back Rossi and let Wenberg walk. Okay. Big game for Blues in Vegas. Yeah, huge game. I'll get into the circumstances in a second. Who do I think gets to start tomorrow night? Who do they play after? Colorado, right? I'd say let Igor go against I mean, honestly, you can let Quick go against Colorado too. You could. So they have tonight. They're off Wednesday. They play Thursday on the road in Colorado. Then they play Saturday, obviously on the road in Arizona at 6 o'clock. That's a good question. It's Thursday, Saturday, so it's not like there's a back-to-back situation. It could go either way. Depends on the feel. Obviously, they actually already know who that is. Do you think the Canucks will fall off a moon? We'll see. Do the Rangers falling apart last playoffs worry you for these playoffs? Absolutely, Jaden. Yeah, I mean, internally, absolutely. I might not look it, but yeah, that absolutely scares me. With the way they fell apart. Yeah, especially against an inexperienced playoff team. Yeah, what if they do go up against Tampa Bay round 1? And a team that they already did blow a 2-game series lead to, you know? It's definitely concerning with the way they fell apart, but it's very encouraging to see the way the team has bounced back all year long in the middle of games. They haven't gone on long losing streaks because they know how important a win is when they need a win. Laviolette has preached that as well. So yeah, that's what I feel. That's what I feel. Do I know what the Rangers' clinching scenarios are? I do not. I do think within the next couple of days they will clinch a playoff spot with Pittsburgh and Columbus falling out of the playoffs. Tampa Bay round 1 is bad? Yeah. If you can fade that, you do. Maddie, what's going on, Maddie? I think the Rangers have the key to winning. Carolina's been on fire lately. Yeah, no, it's a bloodbath in the East especially. And the Metro. I mean, look at the top 2 teams. They've got Carolina and the Rangers. Both of those teams can win a Stanley Cup. Seriously. They're my top 2 teams in the East, honestly. I think they both get looked at like as weaklings to Florida and Boston. I really do. The Rangers and Hurricanes don't get looked at as the same as Florida and Boston might. I really do think. Really do think. And I do think Carolina might be on that like kind of like Tampa Bay narrative where they're all counting them out, and you know they got Gensel, who is a proven playoff performer. Evgeny Kuznetsov found new life now in Carolina, so I don't think you count the Hurricanes out. They're gonna be a tougher out than everyone thinks. Everyone thinks. So Rangers want to fade them round 1. And I think they will, because either one of them is gonna win the division. Last series against the Devils really left a sour taste in my mouth. Yeah, me too. Do I think we can actually win the Cup this year? I absolutely do think if you look at the New York Rangers' 12 forwards and 6 defensemen, I think on paper you absolutely say that you think they have what it takes to win a Stanley Cup. You put them in the locker room, you put them on the ice for game 1, I really have no idea what they're going to give you. I don't know. Because like we talked about of how they played last year in the playoffs and the blunder against Jersey, you know, aside from that, this season, with a new coach and some new personnel, they've looked like a really good bounce-back team, which you need in the playoffs. They've also looked like a team that they've found ways to win in ways that you need to find ways to win in the playoffs. The 1-0s, the 2-0s, the 2-1s. They beat Carolina 1-0. That's a huge game. That's a game where, you know, maybe in the regular season you don't win all the time, but you need to win those in the playoffs. And they did. So, yeah. Hey, Totally Devil, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I wonder who would win between Vegas and Vancouver if they played in the first round. That would be an incredible first round series. That would be a very good first round series if that happened. I don't fish. Sorry about the camera there. People have to stop talking about the President's Trophy curse. Yeah, no, I seriously, it's a coincidence. Like I said, I don't know if I said it this stream or if it was the stream an hour ago that I tried to do, but I said, like, you just gotta try to win every single game, and, yeah, the curse, it just so happens that the best team in the NHL doesn't win the Stanley Cup. Seriously, look at the Bruins last year. They were the best team in the NHL, and it was gone in round 1. But another best team in the NHL, in the Vegas Golden Knights, around that, you know, President's Trophy cusp last year, won the Stanley Cup. So it's like, you know, one of the 3 or 4 top teams in the NHL will win the President's Trophy or win the Stanley Cup. It's usually how it looks like. Yeah, last year, NHL standings, Vegas finished 5th. They were, I mean, if you exclude Boston's 135 points, seriously, if you take them out of it, they were only 2 points behind the second most points in the NHL. So, best team in the NHL, Boston Bruins lost in round 1, won the President's Trophy. Technically, the 4th best team after them was the Vegas Golden Knights, and they won the Stanley Cup. So, but not for nothing, Florida, not the best team in the NHL, almost won the Stanley Cup too. It's just funny. It's just funny. Close. Okay. Blue Boy, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you. Rangers won in 94 and still won. Yeah, but they were a very good team in 94. They were a team that they were like, it's like if they didn't win in 94, I think the mentality was they would like actually fold the team. That's how good they were if they didn't win in 94. Like on the regular season, I'm pretty sure like after November, they were like the best team in hockey. Then they even made some sick trades. Obviously, the 94 story is just incredible. It's an incredible story, the 94 story. It won't be better, though, than the 06 Rangers fantasy draft story that you guys will see in a little bit. 06 fantasy draft. I actually want you guys to see the thumbnail. That's how excited I am about this stream in a little bit. Which stream is it? Which thumbnail? Okay, boom. Boom. All right, we got Marty St. Louis, Scott Gomez, and Daniel Sedin. Okay, we actually got to talk about the Western Conference standings in a little bit, but I'm so excited to play NHL 6 Fantasy Draft. Okay, so this is a 29-game season we're doing. 29 games, 5-minute periods, 3 periods, 29-game season. It's on the hardest difficulty. So many goals are scored. The game is so fast. It's the best NHL game by far. We got Marty St. Louis, Scott Gomez, and Daniel Sedin on the team. We also have Pavel Datsyuk. I think we're about 7 games or 8 games in already. I think we're like 4-4, or maybe we're even like a dozen games in at this point. And then today we're gonna play those few remaining games of the 29 regular season games, and then into the playoffs we go. Regular 7-game series, all 4 rounds. You could potentially play like almost the same amount of regular season games as playoff games, so it will be fun. But yeah, that'll be very exciting. That'll come to you guys in like 10 minutes probably. We'll start that. You met Graves and Leach. You met Graves. I met Graves also. I met Graves 2017. 2016 maybe. But yeah. The playoffs are a completely different animal. Teams that you don't think will do anything turn up. Even if the Rangers, you don't really know how they... Yeah, exactly. You don't know how they're going to be until the first round. I agree with you, Jay. I do agree with you. I agree with you. Okay, I feel like Gallant gets a job next season. Oof, imagine. I don't think he does, but we'll see. We'll see. No, would love to go to the Traverse City tournament. That's in Michigan, right? Yeah, would love to go to that. Would love to go to Traverse City tournament. Never been there. Never been. Okay, so let's get rid of the NHL 6 Fantasy Draft. We'll do that in 2 minutes. I want to talk about the Western Conference standings for a little bit. Because it's so close, man. It's so close. Actually, I want to look at it from a divisional standpoint. Okay. So, let's do... Okay, we'll do... Yeah. Boom. We'll show you the Central like this. Show you the Central. Okay. This is the Central Division. And then we also have got the Pacific Division. I'm going to leave Calgary out of it because there's no way. There's just no shot for them. Okay. So, these are the teams that are still in it. It's going to be insane. Actually, I'll bring up also the wild card next to it, just so it'll be easy to look at, too. Easy to look at. Okay. Alright, cool. Excellent. Alright. This is it. The Western Conference is going to be great. We have no idea who's going to play who at all until probably the last 3 games of the year. Most likely the last game of the year. The Central, I mean, AOL Productions just asked who's going to win the division. you can't even, you have no idea who's going to win these divisions, right? I mean, at least the division, the Central Division. There's no way you know who's going to win the Central Division. Pacific, I think the Canucks are going to win. There we go, right? The Canucks are going to win that. I do hopefully think Edmonton keeps up their pace and becomes the number 2 seed. I mean, if they don't and they start losing games and the teams below them start winning, then it'll make it even more interesting race. But right now, let's just look at the 3rd and 4th teams in the Pacific, the Kings and the Knights. Right now, the Knights sit just below 3rd place in the Pacific. The Kings are at 85 points, the Knights at 83. The Knights are in 2nd wildcard spot, and the Kings are in 3rd spot in the division. The Nashville Predators, I mean, listen, I don't think they're going to hop over Winnipeg. It's very possible they could, because it doesn't look like they're slowing down at all. I'm pretty sure they're 16-0-2 now. That's the record. In the last 18, ever since the cancellation of U2. I don't think they passed 3, but let's just say they stay in 4. They win wild card number 1. They stay in that position. The Blues are at 79 points. I mean, the Vegas Golden Knights did all of this stuff, and the St. Louis Blues are coming, man. They're coming like they did in 2019. You know, around last place by the new year. I don't think they were around last place by the new year this year, but you know, the year they won the Stanley Cup, obviously they were around last place. Fired their coach. They fired their coach this year early, and now they're, you know, maybe on the cusp of a playoff spot. And you know, my point is, Vegas did all this stuff. They're trying to get 3rd place in the division. They're trying to hop over LA so that they're safe. They're even more safe than they would be in a wild card spot. The Central Division is hairy as well. Just the whole Western Conference is going to be insane. We don't know who's going to play who. We don't even know who's going to make the playoffs until the last couple of days in the regular season. It's going to be intense. It's going to be great hockey in the regular season. They're going to feel like playoff games because teams are going to want to win those games. Teams want to make the playoffs, obviously. You know, you got Vegas on the cusp over here at 83 points. If they win a game or 2 and LA loses 1, they're safer in a divisional spot. They'd have to play LA, but you're the Vegas Golden Knights. You're the defending cup champions. You don't want to not miss the playoffs. And right now, you're in 4th place in the division and only 2nd place in the wild card with St. Louis breathing down your neck. It's going to be an intense race. It's going to be an intense race. Justin, appreciate you being back. Appreciate you being back. We're going to go, though. We're going to go. I'm going to come back, obviously, with you with NHL 06 Fantasy Draft. And I'll show you guys all that. So, yeah. Leave a like on the stream, though. Leave a like on the stream, and then we'll be right back with NHL 06. Give me like 2 or 3 minutes. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys.